AskReddi by deleted. Now that PBS has announced they'll be televising the impeachment hearings, what will the drinking game rules be? If you don't want to die, drink every time someone admits they were wrong. But I want to drink, not sit there sober like some kind of loser. One shot for every no one is above the law. Raise your drink for people citing this core American value. If you still have a witch's hat laying around from Halloween, you can have a person wear it. It'll rotate around the room on time or whenever a new person is introduced during proceedings. Whenever the term witch hunt is used, you all scream burn the witch and the person in the hat takes a shot of fireball. You could also pass a coach style whistle around and take a shot every time someone says whistleblower. Most of these suggestions are jokes about drinking continuously, but if you want a drinking game that's really about the fundamental impact of the hearings. 1. Every time a witness suddenly realizes, oh no, I shouldn't have said that. 2. Every time a GOP questioner suddenly realizes, oh no, I shouldn't have asked that. 3. Every time a carefully crafted narrative falls apart and the witness is redirected into explaining a contradiction between their testimony and a. Previous statements. B. Previous testimony. C. Written evidence. This is a much more realistic drinking game, plus it requires attention and critical thinking. So there's a pretty strong negative feedback component. When it goes to the Senate, I'm going to tape a cherry tomato to my TV and see how many times McConnell's mouth goes near it. This is the kind of ingenuity we need right now. Edit. Thanks for my first award, kind stranger. Hello all you YouTube channels and clickbait news websites shamelessly stealing the responses from this and claiming them as your own. I see you. I expect to see a BuzzFeed impeachment drinking game article with at least 10 of the top 15 comments by tomorrow. Drink every time someone doesn't answer the question. I do not recall. Deleted. A shot of peach schnapps, which is beyond gross, IMHO, every time you hear the word impeach. A shot of Jaeger every time you hear the word tremendous. You won't have to worry about alcohol poisoning. You'll puke way before that. International drinking rules. Every time a county is name checked in the impeachment hearing, you must drink a shot of the most famous national drink. Russia vodka. Ukraine Horlicker. China Baijiu. USA bourbon. Rules? If there's anything we should have learned in the last few years, it's that there are no rules. Drink whenever, and then try to dodge the consequences the day after. I wasn't drinking last night. Not only did I not drink, but the entire time I was getting drunk I was doing it for the benefit of the country. It was well within my rights to drink last night, and I did it appropriately, and had a designated driver, and only vomited in the toilet. All reports that I was drinking last night are fake news. I have never had a sip of alcohol in my life. Nobody has a better alcohol tolerance than me. I am a practiced and competent drinker, and had a perfect drink last night. Also, I slept with your sister. Take a drink every time Russia is mentioned. Why would you want to experience Russian life? There's gonna be a lot of people needing liver transplants after this week. If only you guys had free healthcare. Edit. Went away a few days and his blew up. Thanks for the awards. Also, just to clear it up, I'm not Canadian. Just a friendly European. Drink every time PBS is threatened with defunding. Big Bad has entered the impeachment hearings. If we turn the impeachment hearings into a drinking game, we better have a death count on the screen to count how many people got alcohol poisoning from playing the drinking game. Are the lucky ones. Take a shot every time you hear quid pro quo and try not to die. What's a squid GoPro? Every time Jim Jordan doesn't have on a jacket, drink. Take a shot every time one of the following is mentioned. Fake news. Witch hunt. Civil war. Take a shot every time someone makes a question irrelevant to the proceedings to try and confuse the issue. Brings up whataboutism. Dodges the question instead of answering it. Blames the other party. Blames someone else not party affiliated. Blames someone else within their party. Returns a question with an insult instead of an answer. I figure you'll be unconscious within 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on your tolerance. Deleted. Take a shot whenever Putin is mentioned. A vodka, obviously. The moment anyone says anything, remain stone cold sober, watching every last second and remembering how we wound up in this situation. Take a drink every time you catch a rhetorical tin PDF of any kind. 2-page PDF warning. Thanks for the warning. I'm deathly allergic to text-based files of 100 or more MB. Scroll on Twitter under the hashtag at the same time and drink every time someone mentions they would start a civil war if Trump is impeached. I'm just gonna warn my liver. Open bottle, drink until empty. Repeat. You will need it. I've been playing this drinking game since 2016. I'm not sure how much my liver can take. Edit jokes on me, apparently a Marchamp. Cheers. Take a shot for every person you register to vote for the 2020 elections. Democracy. Deleted. You trying to get people killed? Maybe take a drink every time someone answers a question honestly the first time it's asked. You know, like, if you have to drive afterward or something. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. Every time a felony is added to the list, take a drink. I'm assuming he's going to live tweet. So every time he angrily responds to an accusation, take a drink. If his tweet mentions witch hunt or insults the Democrats, take 2 drinks. If he specifically calls out Nancy Pelosi or AOC, take 3 drinks. Every time a congressperson asks a stupid question, take a drink. Every time Republicans conveniently move their criteria for impeachment, take smaller sip. They are going to be doing this a lot. You don't want to get old Chernobyl poisoning. You don't want to get alcohol poisoning too soon. Shot every time the narrative changes between there was no quid pro quo and there was quid pro quo, but that's fine. Every time someone refuses to answer a direct question, whether through dancing around it or saying they can't recall, or can't answer etc., chug for 3 seconds. Hopefully this helps you get through one person without dying for alcohol poisoning. Or every time someone says Trump, take a shot. Just drink constantly. Don't stop drinking until this whole goddamn thing is over and we can get back to the real reality we split off from in 2012. But that's the one where the world ended. Promise to give up drinking if Trump gets impeached. 1 drink every time the same Trump or Biden is mentioned. 2 drinks every time Ukraine is mentioned. 3 drinks every time impeach or impeachment is said. Finish your drink every time someone takes one of those awkward gulps of water. You would die in 15 minutes. Please don't do this. You'll all die of alcohol poisoning no matter what the rules are. Nice try, funeral companies.